always gifted. We got the juice, keep the liquid, don't get it twisted. None of this here is written, can't be predicted. We don't judge, always acquitted. Sit back and listen, we got the vision, it's unscripted.
Man, DJ Damage here right now with a very, very special guest right now. My boy Denzel Curry.
Yeah, that's me.
Came all the way through to rock out with us. Appreciate you.
Yo, what's happening?
Man, how you feeling?
Chilling right now, man. I'm really tired of these motherfucking interviews, but it's all good.
I get it, but you know what? This ain't an interview. We're gonna have a conversation because I know.
All right, that's fine with me. Let's talk, man. What's happening?
You probably get the same old, but
questions because because let me tell you, man, people gonna ask me what's my name, where I'm from, where did I grew up, when did I start rapping, what's my influence. Like, let's just talk, man. What's going on? How you doing, by the way?
I'm feeling good. You know what? Because right now in 2017, I'm all about motivating the youth, right? But not in a cheesy, like generic, corny way. Like, oh, you could do it if you put your mind to it. Like sitting down with somebody like you, that has done it, and understanding your story, and having kids out there from where you from, like Carroll City.
Yeah, I'm from Carroll City.
That can watch this and be like, yo, he really did it. I really like his music, you know, and he really did it.
Yeah, I'll just tell motherfuckers there's gonna be another motherfucker after me, bro. That's how it is. You know, I'm not gonna be the one forever. There's gonna be multiple ones in their own.
But
right,
what you doing, right? You did it your own way. You know, there's so many ways you could have done it. You did it organically to you. Yeah. So I know it's gonna sound like we're gonna give you back your cliche question, but how did you come up, and what was it about the things you were into? Like you were doing art.
I just realized that most of the rappers that rap in Miami, they all talked about mainly the same shit, you feel me? And they was booming off that shit. And I was like trying to do that shit. But I realized, I was like, I don't do the same shit these niggas do.
Yeah.
Like, and I just stuck with being me for the longest. And motherfuckers had to respect that shit or check that shit, you know? And I just kept doing it until now.
Until now. You were also, or you are an artist, correct?
Yeah.
And you went to art school.
Yeah.
And you got kicked out.
Yeah.
So first of all,
I
got a few questions here. So what happened where you got kicked out?
Man, they just sat me and my parents down and shit. And it's like, we don't think this is the right fit for Denzel at this school right here. So we're gonna have to send him back to his home school. I'm sorry, we can make you a recommendation to go to NACA.
How old was you when that went down?
Nigga, I was 15. I was like, this motherfucker held back like a year and y'all kicking me out? Man, fuck y'all.
But how has that, you know, being an artist, and when we say artist, drawing, right?
Yeah.
You made sketches. How did that influence your music, especially back then?
Shit, it made me go harder with the music because now I got everybody got down. So I remember recently somebody was telling me, like, right after I left and shit, like when they was greeting the new freshmen, because they always do this shit where they greet the new freshmen, right? And then they was like, yeah, some kids want to be doing this. Some kids want to be doing that. Some kids want to be rappers.
Oh, shit.
And then the class laughed. And I was like, oh, so y'all laughed at me. Oh, okay, now you're all going to fucking die. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, right, when people say you want to be a rapper, a lot of people look at that as that's like the easy cop-out. You know what I'm saying? But talk about how much work went into you actually becoming that rapper. Because
Nigga, I've been rapping since I was 12. I'm on some Lil Wayne shit. I've been rapping since I was like young as fuck. And, you know, I got good around like 16. Like I really got really good at 16. 17 was when I was like enhancing. But when I hit 18, that's when it was the breaking point. Like the first transformation, like it happened.
So check this out. I'm a kid. I'm in Carroll City.
Yo.
And I'm like, I want to be a rapper. I'm telling my teacher I'm going to be a rapper. What was that work ethic like?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like the teachers at Carroll City, they encourage kids. You feel me?
Okay,
like
that's
I fuck
good.
with some of the teachers at Carroll City. You know what I'm saying? They try to keep kids out of trouble and shit. So shout out to Carroll City High. Shout out to Mr. Santil, yo bald ass. I fuck with you. But yeah, man, like they was really like they're supportive. You know what I'm saying? Like people at Dash, on the other hand, they want you to focus on mainly art. You know what I'm saying? Like except a couple teachers, like Miss Paris, like she's a what they call it? She's a vice principal right now, but she was
shout out to
teacher.
her.
Shout out to you. Like she was my
shout
language
out to
arts.
the teachers though,
yeah.
for real.
There are a couple of them.
They don't get enough
cool
credit.
As hell. They were cool as hell. You know, like only a handful I could say. Like I had a couple handful of teachers that was cool, but you know, like they really encourage me to like do what I got to do.
Absolutely. As you can see, I'm in entertainment myself. And, you know, a lot of people look at entertainment as, like I was saying, the easy way out.
Like the cop out.
Yeah, but we actually work 10 times harder than anybody that has a 9 to 5. It never turns off.
They don't know, like, most people are like, oh, get me on the I'm trying to tell you this shit's hard. Man, just put me on the And then when they actually get to that point where they put on, it's like, damn, I see what this nigga was talking about. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
so
it's more of a
day to day, right? Denzel Curry.
Yeah.
You know, we talking about the hard work, the work ethic, the grind. What goes into it?
My heart,
what's the expectations?
Soul, blood, sweat, tears, passion, pain, everything goes into my work.
How often are you in the studio?
Often? Shit. Like last year, I wasn't even in the studio as much. The year before, like I was working from home, like home studio type stuff. You know, and just recording every day type shit. Like that was my thing until Imperial came out, and then we was just out. But I go to the studio often. Like I go to the studio.
But you got your own studio at the crib.
So you all nah. You know what I'm saying? Gotta move. You feel me?
Gotta keep moving. Coachella coming up, man.
Oh yeah.
Is that something that excites you? Because I know
I've been to Coachella one time, but that was like a long time ago with Raider Clan and shit. That was when I was young as hell. That was back when I was in high school. But yeah, man, I'm excited to go there, man. I just want to do something different this time around because I feel like everybody's seen what I did on the tours and what I did with the shows, and I just want to do something really, really special for like Coachella and on.
How do you put that together when you look at? Because I know you put 100% into everything you do in your performances, and you look at a Coachella like I'm trying to do something different. What goes into that?
What goes into that, man? It's just like first is the art direction. You gotta have ill art direction to go with the music because the music is the atmosphere. You gotta create that goddamn visual along with the atmosphere, and they could be like, oh shit, it goes together and stuff like that. So people will be visually mesmerized along with the music. The music is like hypnosis, and after that is just like the way you bring them in is with the energy. It's like we all revolve around energy. I'm giving you energy just by talking to you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm enhancing your brain as I keep talking to you, enhancing me.
For sure.
Just by asking me questions and stuff like that, making me respond, you know? So, like, all that goes into the show. Like, from artwork to, like, theatrics to the DJ doing what he got to do and, like, mixing it up. Like, all that goes in one thing. So, I would say I go 110%.
110.
Yeah.
And you have your hands on everything as far as the creation.
Like, art direction, hell yes. That,
for sure.
My lyrics, the beats, you know what I'm saying? I'll be around for most of them. Like the stuff I get sent is like, it's cool and whatnot, but it's not like creating something from scratch.
Now you do come from a collective.
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of people know you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting onto the Raider Clan now. I was at an event and the DJ kept playing this stuff and people were like raging and it was a mosh pit, right? This is a regular Hollywood party. And I'm like, what song is this? And the girl's tapping me like, Raider Clan. I'm like, I know that name, Raider Clan. She's like, this song like 5 years old.
Because
but they're going crazy to it.
A lot of people that you hear out here, I don't know if you ever heard of team sets like Bones and Xavier Wolf and Chris Travis and Eddie Baker. Like, minus Bones, like the rest of them were Raider Clan at the time. Young Simi, Raider Clan. Myself, Raider Clan. Nell, Raider Clan. Rail, Raider Clan.
But they were going crazy.
Like, all of us. Well, we was just like a really strong ass collective, along with Space Ghost Perp back in the day before like me and Perp fell out and the clan disbanded and everything, and like it was just like a really big impact on the underground. Like that was the first thing that ever came out.
With that being said, you come from a collective. Now you're doing your thing on your own. How important is the people you keep around you?
Very important because like their energy affects mine at the same time. If they're negative energy, I don't want to deal with your ass if you're negative as fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll deal with positive ass motherfuckers who trying to do some shit, you know what I'm saying?
How do you deal with the negativity? Because sometimes it's inevitable.
You got to be an alchemist with that shit. You got to convert it, man. You got to take scrap metal and make it into gold, you know?
Hell yeah. What's something recently that you can share that, kind of took you for a loop, took you left that, you kind of wasn't comfortable with, but you figured it out?
I think the feedback on 320 Planet Shrooms when it first came out, and everybody was giving me negative feedback and talking shit about my shit, and then that just was a driving force. And then like when my girl left and everything, and fucking What else happened? I just went crazy after a while and just started drawing and then started going ham and figuring out structure. Because with every failure, you're going to see a little bit of success in it.
Yeah.
So you know how to like maneuver around it. And that's what kept me going.
You know what's scary for me? Like, people always say this and it sounds so like corny, but it's like, you know, failure is good because you can climb up and do it again, but nobody wants to fail.
Yeah.
You know, for those people out there that are afraid to fail, like, what's something you can tell them?
You got to fail. That's it. You got to fail in order to learn. It's like fire. Say like there's a candle.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to somebody, don't go near that candle, but you don't know why they telling you not to go there. You gonna get burned. You don't know what burn means. Get burned, that's a fail. Like,
it's an L.
That's an L. He's like, well, I learned to not fuck with fire. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit hurts.
Absolutely.
You know? So you got to fail to win, you know? You got to fail sometimes in order to come back and be like, I'm going to win, or I'm going to learn how to win, or strategize, plot.
Exactly. When I think of Denzel Curry, right, I think of consistency. You've been doing it since you were 12. You were with a collective. You're still doing it now. Always consistent. Even when you look at the XXL, I know you were saying that for 2 years you thought you were going to be on it.
Yeah.
It kind of didn't happen.
No, I didn't.
But you stayed consistent.
I had to.
You know, how important is that?
Consistency is key. Like, if you want to get the body you want, you got to stay consistent in the gym. If you want to get the flow or the music that you really want to make out, you got to stay consistent with it until you evolve. It's all a metamorphosis, you know? So you got to be a caterpillar before you be a butterfly, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yo, man, so besides the work, because I ask a lot about work, what does Denzel Curry do for fun?
Denzel Curry do Denzel Curry for fun, which is random shit.
Random shit?
Yeah.
What's some like random shit you get into that people might not expect?
Shit.
Like me, I watch the X Games.
Man,
I get
you
into
watch
stuff
the
like
X
that.
Games?
I love the X Games. I love
Damn.
skateboarding. I'm not really into the inline
I
skating.
I like mixed martial arts, man. That's my
Okay.
shit. I used to be in martial arts a long time ago and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that's
You watch
part of me.
UFC?
Hell yeah, boy. What?
Okay.
Man, that's my shit. You watch UFC?
No, I do watch
bro?
UFC.
Man, I used to watch UFC like crazy on Spike TV. Man, because when I was in martial arts, that was my shit. Because like Lyoto Machida, Anderson Silva, Randy Couture, Iceman Chuck Liddell. Most of my favorite fighters was on that thing. I thought boxing was boring. I box now, but like I thought boxing was boring.
So you are like hella athletic.
I'm hella athletic. I don't like.
I mean,
watching,
we could tell on the stage because you're going nuts. But
I don't like watching sports. I like doing the sports.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like my brother challenged me to a race the other day, and I was like, "Nigga, you." He was like, "Nigga, you slow," and I was like, "Really, bro? I'm not that fat kid that you used to pick on when I was a jit. Nah, it's different." And then
You was once a fat kid?
Yeah, bro.
No way.
I was, chubby.
No way.
Yeah.
So
I
I don't believe it.
I look
I don't
like
believe that.
Man, I look like Cookie from Nasty Classified, straight up.
I don't believe that.
I swear, man.
So
I
you
did
was
the
rapping
shit.
then while you were chubby, or this was like
Yep.
when you were early?
Yep, was rapping when I was chubby too. No hoes, no drugs, no swag, nothing.
Do you feel like it take more confidence when you're a chubby rapper?
Hey man, it wasn't like super chubby. It wasn't like I was like it wasn't like I was titty milks. You know what I'm saying? Like squirting out yoo-hoo and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was just that I was fat. I was a little bit heavy. You know what I'm saying? I was going to Burger King every day, McDonald's, and then the McDonald's shit changed when I seen that shit get shot up when I was in there, and I was like, man, fuck that, fuck McDonald's, and then it was fuck Burger King after a while because like I got a stomach virus, and I was like, fuck y'all too, and then I was like off fast food and shit, but I was still eating. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a fat motherfucker, man. I ain't gonna front.
Yo, real quick, man. It's a new year, 2017. I know I'm going at it with a new energy. Is anything changing with how you living your life?
Right now, I
2017?
feel like, man, I'm about to be 22. 22 is like the duality stage.
Made me feel old just now. 22?
Yeah, 22.
Getting it.
Yeah, out here.
So, being that you turned 22 this year, or
Yeah.
you are 22 now, how are you going through 2017? Do you have a theme
2017?
for your year? Sometimes I
Duality,
theme my year.
being more assertive, but being positive at the same time. Because I felt like I was too nice to motherfuckers.
There it is right there.
Yeah.
I appreciate your time, man.
Alright.
Denzel Curry, DJ Damage, Real 92.3, Revolt TV. You already
Yo,
know.
man,